Welcome to my Friday night ritual number 2. Alright guys, tonight I am watching a movie and I'm also making dinner this time. I didn't make it last time. I'm not like full on making something. I'm popping a pizza in the oven and watching Star Trek First Contact. Amazing movie, probably the best out of the Next Generation Star Trek films. It's still light outside, but I usually eat dinner about 6 o'clock, and so who knows, this might be a Friday night ritual where I actually watch more than one film. That's probably how it's going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and put the pizza in the oven. I know some people like to make their own pizza or, make their own thing. Usually I make my own food from scratch. That's one of my hobbies. I worked in restaurants for 6 years before I had my job that I have now. I love cooking, but tonight, after a very long week, I don't want to have to cook anything. I just want to put something in the oven. And I love frozen pizza. Yeah, it's not really all that good for you, and I only have it every once in a while, but I always go with Tombstone pizza. And this time I got the 4-meat kind. It was on sale, it was really cheap, but I like it. So let's go ahead and get it in the oven. This has sausage, pepperoni, hamburger meat, and Canadian bacon. Let's see how long it... Alright, there we go. I put some extra pepperoni on it because usually frozen pizzas don't come with a lot of pepperoni. And so we got the oven preheated to 400. Let me go ahead and pop it in there. Whew, it's hot. Some people like using pizza racks or something like that, or pizza pan. I don't. I put it right on the rack and I clean up the mess later. And while the pizza's cooking, I'm going to give you a little, tour of my movie stuff. I haven't really done that in at least over a year on YouTube, so I'll go ahead and do that. This is a framed Casablanca poster that I have in my living room. Me and my wife both have both of our styles intermixed in our living room, and I love this poster. She bought it for me in Chicago, and it has a really awesome heavy frame on it. It's really bolted into that wall, and I love it. Over here we have one of my main areas of my DVD collection and Blu-ray. Got my Criterions down there. Found these at a store a while back. My wife's grandmother collected plates, and this is a Gone with the Wind plate. And when she died, she willed this to my wife, and it's awesome. So we got it displayed right in the main part of my collection. So, and there's my guitar. And here's another little part of my collection. It has mostly the TVs, and it's in alphabetical order. And so this is actually like the start of my A's and so on and so forth. Got my sci-fi section, not my sci-fi section, but my Star Wars, Star Trek section up here. I'm in the process of actually saving to get season 2 and season 3 of the original series right now. But I got every Star Trek film on DVD. You don't see First Contact there because that's what I'm watching, and so that's over by my Blu-ray player. And I also got the Taste in HD Next Generation set. So, and I got all the Star Wars movies here. I haven't bought the Blu-ray yet, and I don't know if I'm going to. Maybe eventually I will. So, of course, my posters that I do a lot of my background. I do a lot of videos back. It's my Godfather posters, since it is my favorite film of all time. Over here we got my Cannes Film Festival poster. It's from December 20th. No, not December 20th. September 20th through 5th of October 1946. Cannes poster. Got an awesome Taxi Driver poster up here. I love it. My wife got it for me when we were still dating. It's just an amazing poster. Back here is that picture that I showed you about, that I told you guys about a while back. My dad met one of the creators of Yoda and actually had the guy draw a picture for me and sign it and stuff. That's actually a museum quality frame too, so I'm really excited that I have that. And of course, can't go wrong with this. My favorite filmmaker of all time, Stanley Kubrick, got this in an awesome frame as well. And the thing is, since we live in an apartment now, I have probably like 15 posters. I have a Walking Dead poster, a Royal Tenenbaums poster, a JFK poster, a Once Upon a Time in the West poster. I have so many posters that are still rolled up because I don't have any place to put them. So eventually one day when I get my own man cave, I'll be able to hang them up. But yeah, and so that was, actually I forgot one little area. This is just where my collection ends. It's like the Z's and stuff, and I got some VHS and stuff down there. But yeah. So yeah, tonight I'm going to be watching First Contact, and if I get maybe the next one, depending on what time it is, it'll be Star Trek Insurrection, maybe. Either that or I might pop in some original Star Trek series. I'm going through a Star Trek obsession right now. I've always loved them and I've always been obsessed with Star Trek, but this past couple weeks I've really been obsessed. And I've got books. I've been reading some of the fiction books of it because, you know, there's been a lot of stuff going on. I've been not stressed. I'm happy with everything, but everything's been so busy. I'm using it as kind of an escape. It's nothing like some sci-fi to escape everything, So, hopefully my pizza will be ready soon. Yeah! So I just started the movie, and man, I forgot how much I love the Star Trek theme. The Star Trek theme is so amazing. Just a little trivia about me. I got married about 1.5 years ago. Usually when people leave, like during a wedding ceremony, when you walk away, I pronounce you man and wife. You may, and they're like, and then you walk out and they play da-na-na-na-na. I actually played the Star Trek, the original series theme song as I walked out of my wedding. Probably one of the most amazing things I've ever wanted to do, and my wife let me do it, which was awesome, and she loved it too. Everybody laughed because everybody knows I'm such a nerd, and I'm so glad that I was able to do that and put my love of movies even into my wedding, and so it was pretty awesome. Well, it's done. It looks interesting because it looks done from the top, and then when you go down like this, it's like warped. But I don't care, it'll still taste good. Alright. Oops. It's good. It's just really hot. Well,
please, no lectures about
just got done eating a whole bunch of pizza. I'm extremely full, and I'm still watching the movie.
Pressure to Enterprise.
So far it's been a great Friday night. Since we're on the topic and this is the movie I'm watching, if you're a Star Trek fan, what's just your favorite movie? Your favorite Star Trek movie? My favorite Star Trek movie is Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan. But I think out of all the Next Generation movies, this one is my favorite. I love it. So which Star Trek movie is your favorite? Alright, well, I'm done eating, like I said before, just watching the movie, and I just love how this movie really does seem like it's part of the television series where the plot revolves around, it doesn't really necessarily all have to do with the Enterprise. It has to do with, characters outside of the Enterprise on a different planet or whatever. Kind of like the original series, and that's one of the reasons why I love this film so much. The acting, the music, it's a really, really, really big improvement over Generations, which I also love, but it has its flaws. So, alright, well, I'm just going to continue watching the movie.
Okay, let's bring the warp core online.
Resistance is futile. Alright guys, just finished watching First Contact. Great movie. I haven't seen it since like 2002, 2003, and I always forget how awesome it is. The action is great. The music, I always forget, like, these movies aren't really, some sci-fi movies and some movies in general, they'll have a famous theme song and then the music in between isn't really all that great. But this movie has a great score, as you can hear in the background. Jerry Goldsmith does an amazing job getting a score done. The acting is great. There's there's some really touching stuff in it too. It's really heartwarming in some scenes, and the special effects are great. I have the DVD, and I'm eventually going to get the Blu-ray. But if you guys haven't seen Star Trek First Contact, I highly recommend it. If you're not a Star Trek fan, I'd give it a shot. It's a pretty cool movie. And so it's definitely my favorite out of the Next Generation films. So I'm going to go ahead and pop in an episode of the original series and conclude my Friday night ritual with an episode of Star Trek the original series. I will be watching episode, I think it's episode 5 of the original series, season 1. This is The Enemy Within.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
The best intro for any TV series ever. This one, Next Generation, there's just something really poetic about it.
Has gone before.
This TV series, I was first introduced to it when I was a kid. They would show like reruns or something like that on TV Land, not TV Land, but a channel that played classic TV shows. I also saw it on Sci-Fi Channel after they remastered them and they started coming out again. And I was always just really intoxicated by the whole thing. And of course I grew up watching Next Generation. But I always loved the nostalgic look and just the vivid colors of the original series. And, you know, it was just something to watch when you wanted to get your mind off everything. That's why the universe of Star Trek has been so successful. I mean, it's just amazing, and I love it. This is the one where the alter ego of Captain Kirk comes about because of a malfunction with the teleporter.
Yeah.
It's funny, watching the original series and watching, you know, Shatner as Captain Kirk, you know, Shatner's always one of those guys you kind of laugh at because he comes across as somebody who's likable but full of himself. And, you know, that's how the Captain Kirk character is, and it's really hilarious to watch. I think that's one of the reasons why the chemistry between him and Spock is so good, is because Spock's just, you know, he's all about logic, and he's really stern. And then you have Captain Kirk, who's all about, he goes with the flow. He's a risk taker. And, I don't know, just the chemistry is just awesome. And that's another reason why the show has lasted all this time.
Not true. I haven't been to the sick bay. Let's find out what's going on.
Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Look forward to many more of these because it was a really fun video. I'm not going to do it every single week, but I am going to try to do it every once in a while. Probably every 2 or 3 weeks. So keep a lookout for them. Got a lot of good videos coming this week, so keep a lookout. And thank you very much. If you have not done the 24-hour marathon, I recommend you do it. It was fun. It was awesome. A lot of other people are doing it too. Just look at my video announcement of it and then put your marathon video response to it. So all the information's in that one video, and I'll put the link below. Alright guys, remember there's three ways of doing things: the right way, the wrong way, and the chat way. See ya.